Our quest through getting the Black Series Republic Commandos continues with Fixer. I really hope we get Scorch here soon because I am itching for him. But we have Fixer. Is he really good? You'll have to wait and see. But let's just say I was initially very disappointed with this figure when I first saw it, but that opinion has changed. Alright, so let's move him off to the side real quick and just show off the typical Gaming Greats box. You can see, you know, it says Republic Commando, even though it's based off the Clone Wars. You can see the box art actually has the dwarf spider on it, which is really cool. And it's just a nice picture of Fixer, what can I say? In the back, you get a bit of a bio on him as well. It's pretty cool. Again, I'm not really sure why they base these games, or base these figures off the game Republic Commando, even though the figures themselves are very much based off of the Clone Wars show. So first things first, if you've seen my other Republic Commando reviews, first thing we gotta do, get rid of this little rinky-dinky tiny DC-17 thing, because that is trash. That's a reuse from the Bad Batch Hunter mold, and it's just tiny and awful, and I don't like it. So instead, use a 3D printed resin one. I got this in the P.O. box, but I believe, do not quote me, I believe this comes from Just for Kicks Customs. I personally have never actually worked with them. I just received these in the P.O. box. But you can see they're a lot bigger, they're a lot nicer looking. And if we can get this backpack on, and we'll talk about that. Yeah, you can see it makes them look a lot better. So, one of the biggest issues that people, including myself, had with this figure when it was first revealed was the deco. So I saw the pictures of this guy, and I was like, where is the green on his chest, and where is the two-tone green? Because that's not Fixer! So the first figure that came out and was revealed in this line was Boss. And Boss's appearance between the Clone Wars and the Republic Commando game, when it comes to the deco, are pretty much identical. However, when it comes to all the other commandos, there are significant design differences. When it comes to Fixer, taking a look at a picture of him alongside a picture of the Clone Wars, you can see, if you look very, very carefully, the Clone Wars model of Fixer does not have green on the torso. Why did they make this change in the Clone Wars? No idea. Clone Wars Fixer also does not have the two-tone green. It's just green. Again, I'm not sure why Dave Filoni and the art designers at the Clone Wars decided to change the deco for their cameo appearance in the episodes with Savage Opress. However, they did. And the fact that these figures are based off of the canonical Clone Wars decos instead of the Republic Commando video game one, the fact that they're at least accurate to something means I can live with it. Because taking another comparison here, let's just get all the commandos in frame. Unfortunately, a little scope, I'll have to glue it back on, when I bumped him and a little scope on this resin-printed gun came off. In my review of Sev, I went over how this is based off of the Clone Wars version of him, and it is. That's just Clone Wars Sev done in Black Series. And this is Clone Wars Fixer done in Black Series, and this is Clone Wars Boss. And in case anyone still is unsure, I'm well aware my Boss is a factory error, where I did not get the dots on mine's torso. I was confused about that in my video. I thought it was a widespread issue, but it was just mine. So yes, I'm well aware. Man, look at this. We need Scorch. We need him like yesterday. Honestly, just seeing these guys, yes, they're based off the Clone Wars appearance, but in my opinion, kind of justifies the leaner body. I think they're nice. I'm sorry, these are some of my favorite Black Series clones. Are they perfect? No. You know, I think the armor could have been a little bulkier. I think it would have been nice if they remolded the arms to give them the elbow pads. But for what they are, they're perfectly fine. My only real issue are the little tiny guns. I just don't like the tiny guns. Give them bigger guns like I have, and they look great. It looks stunning. Cannot wait for Scorch. Cannot wait. So, often in these Black Series repaint videos, I don't know if you've noticed, a lot of the Phase 2 troopers that they just keep pumping out, I typically just tend to do shorts because there's not much to say on a redeco. However, when it comes to this deco, there was more to say because it was based off of the Clone Wars, and because this figure has new pieces, I think there's a little bit more to say as well. Mostly, the backpack just doesn't stay on. So I thought the issue at first was that you can see it's kind of got this little bit of wiggle room. So I thought the issue at first was that the peg was too long. So I tried to shave a little bit of the peg off, but that doesn't seem to be fixing the issue. For whatever reason, it doesn't stay on. There's a little too much give, and it just wiggles itself out of place. So that just fell on the floor and disconnected the cable off my camera. But other than that, the backpack does look very nice. I like the little extensions. I've never really fully understood the things of Fixer's backpack. I only assume it's supposed to be more for like communications, because he also does have, for the very first time ever in action figure form, his little communications helmet attachment. All of the 3 3/4 inch versions of Fixer never included this little attachment. None of them. Here, I can actually grab the newer version of the 3 3/4 inch Fixer real quick. So you can see, yeah, they never included the little helmet attachment. Another thing, too, you can see on this, he's got the green on the torso, and he also has the two-tone greens. I do miss the two-tone greens. I personally really prefer the video game color scheme of Fixer. However, I mean, this is Clone Wars Fixer. It's different. I like it. What can I say, man? I like this figure. I like the little bit of weathering here and there. I really like the sculpt. The base mold itself, I mean, Hunter he's got Republic Commando armor. I mean, he does. I think it works pretty good. I know I'm in the minority with this. I know a lot of people are not happy with these Republic Commandos. And I understand that. And honestly, I wouldn't mind nicer Commandos truly based off of the video game. However, what these are, they're based off the show. Simply put, they're Clone Wars Republic Commandos. So they had different proportions, they had different decos. I guess my love of Delta Squad just, it makes me too biased in this matter, where I can't be unbiased and like really be upset with the cut corners of these figures, because yes, they are not perfect. Yes, they could have new sculpting, they could have been new molds, they could have had bigger guns. The guns are easily corrected. Just, I don't know if the file is available, just 3D print yourself some new guns. But honestly, give them some nice new guns, and you got yourself a really nice set of 6-inch Delta Squad. I think the figures themselves are very fun. I've already gone over the base mold twice, so I'm not going to talk about that too much. But I like them, man. I like them a lot. These are definitely among some of my very favorite Black Series Clone Troopers, because I only collect the Clone Troopers in Black Series. However, with that being said, my love of Republic Commando, and my love not only of that game, but of these figures, actually is making me break my rule. I dabble in some other Black Series figures from time to time, and I actually pre-ordered and will get the Republic Commando Battle Droid, because I can't believe that exists. And I just want a battle droid for these Republic Commandos to tear apart. I think that would be awesome. It would be super cool having one posed with them like holding their neck or something. These are just fun figures. Are they perfect? No. I still am waiting for the day that Hot Toys announces Republic Commandos and I just splash $1,000 on them. But for now, for these being 6-inch Clone Wars based versions of Delta Squad, I don't have many complaints. Wish they had the elbow pads. Other than that, they're fine. Give them new guns. I know, I'm biased. I'm in the minority. This is my opinion. It's my opinion. You don't have to like them. If you want to get a 3D printed kit and totally cut up one of these figures and slip that kit over it, I don't typically like comparing official figures to customs in full-blown videos, but here, this was a custom that I was sent. And yeah, you can see this is something else. This is very impressive, very bulky, very cool. It was done amazingly. It's a 3D resin kit. I'm pretty sure from the same, probably Just for Kicks Customs. I think that's the thing. But yeah, this was awesomely made. Kickapoo Ninja did an awesome job of making this for me, and I will always have a spot in my collection for this custom Commando. But for these official figures, for what they are, I really like them. If they looked like this, I would probably like them more, but I still really like them for what they are. Maybe someday I'll end up making the 3D printed resin kit and make them more based on the video game. Because this is like a video game, you know, Republic Commando Battlefront 2 version of the Commando. And yes, he actually lives right off camera. I like him that much. He stays on the desk. But I still love these. I think Hasbro did a good job for what they are. I'm sorry. I like them. I think I've rambled on long enough. I think I'm just repeating myself at this point. Thank you guys so much for watching. Special shout out to the patrons of Patreon. Thank you all so much for the continued support. Alrighty guys, there we go. Have a great one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.